Greetings, greetings. This is Iyanda Siraj, the Eclectic High Priestess. Let me adjust just a tad bit. All right, so we are doing psychic messages, okay? So I've been getting lots of downloads like all day, every day. So I am attempting to make it part of my regular practice to get on here and offload some of this stuff that comes. It is my thought and from my experience that a lot of turmoil that practitioners have, channelers, mediums have, is that there is an abundance of information stuck in their energy field or in their energy field, right? So, unbeknownst to me, that's what was going on for a long time. As events that I saw began to unfold or continued to unfold, I finally got it and it clicked. That this information that I had that was causing me a lot of distress personally was downloads for other people. And because I didn't understand, I didn't have the knowledge or the wisdom, to discern what was what at the time. So now that all those things that I saw maybe around 2017, 2018 have now unfolded, I'm more aware of the fact that that's what was taking place. So with that little intro, we are going to jump in. And how I'm going to do this today is I am going to just pull a card and deliver the insights that come. But also, I have some other downloads that did come, and I want to share those with you guys now and see what else Spirit might have to say about them while we are here in this space together. Okay. So here we go. Contact. Okay. So honestly, okay, so I'm just going to show y'all that contact. All right. So for me, that all that's doing is telling me that, one, lots of us are making more contact. I mean, there's like, we've connected somehow, okay, somehow through our work, through our intention, through our quest for knowledge and development, we have connected, like we've made contact. Okay, so I'm also hearing some of you are sensitive to contact, to like people touching you, to come into contact with other people's physical energy or physical bodies. I'm picking that up. And so what I'm getting that is that there is some messages for you guys about connectivity and how you're connecting, how your gifts are playing out right now. And so I guess that's why I'm here talking about mine, is because that's the collective message, I guess. So contact. I am picking up too that there is, I'm seeing a spider. So spiders are creators. Spiders also, when it comes to like African folklore, are more like the presence of ancestors. So that could be a thing. So maybe you're making contact with specific ancestors. Okay, so I am seeing a flame. The flame is forming hair, like a little kind of like, that's the way I'm seeing it, is the flame is someone's hair. Kind of like a troll doll is what I'm seeing. But the hair is orange or red. It's almost like a flame, okay? So in general, I guess that could be a ginger who has really nicely coiffed hair, okay? A redhead with really like nicely presented hair. But I'm feeling the holy flame or the violet flame. So the violet flame. Violet flame. Okay, I am seeing that, but the violet flame is violet. So the orange one is speaking to something else, okay? Oh, I just heard. Okay, so someone. Okay, so with this whole thing, cutting your hair. That's what I'm hearing. So something about cutting your hair is important here. It translates. It translates. Okay, so people cut their hair. That's a form of expression, right? And expression is the sacral chakra, right? Okay, so there's something here about a change of hair that has amplified or boosted your magnetism. Something that you're doing to your hair specifically. Yeah, it doesn't have to be coloring. It just seems like okay, so something like adorning your head or a haircut. That's what I'm picking up. So something like that. Contact. Okay, so contacts, your eyes, contacts. Okay, so white contacts. I'm seeing like white out contacts in someone's eyes. Definitely giving me like spirit vibes. Like white contacts or white eyes or no pupils. Or iris of the eye. It's giving me spirit vibes. Okay, so I'm seeing this duet. I'm seeing the duet. They wear those contacts, Oshun. I'm seeing the duet Oshun. So the deity Oshun may be contacting you, and it's something about your physical appearance that she's helping you with. Maybe some glamour magic, not just in your physical appearance, because glamour magic is much more than just like physical beauty. Glamour magic has a lot to do with creating a facade or an image of something, presenting something. What's the word I'm trying to use? Trying to make something look better than it is, or creating a story and making that story, trying to present that story as the truth rather than what's really happening. Okay, so glamour magic can be both of those things. But since we're talking about physical appearance, I do feel like, okay, I'm seeing the Queen of Wands. So yeah, it's verifying that it's like physical appearance, because the Queen of Wands is like beauty and sensuality, like attractiveness. Okay. Okay, I'm picking up that you may also okay, I just heard your crown is on fire. Okay, so crown is on fire. Okay, so very specifically, okay, or on one end, I'm seeing that your crown is open. It's where you found that there was less energy or less activity, or maybe confusing energy or activity. You're now seeing that clear up. The name amber or the resin amber is coming to mind. Amber is tied to Oshun as well. I mean, it's Oshun, Aphrodite. It's sensual. It's creative. It's confidence. All right. So what else about contact? Okay, so like right before a spider starts to begin to spin a web, there's like these single strands that are created first. Um, and from those single strands, they're able to create this web. Okay, so there's something about picking a direction or path and then allowing that to help you to get your message out. Okay. All right. So that's a very specific thing. So this is why they're talking about contact. So there, excuse me, there might be multiple benevolent energies at your disposal for you to work with. You have to decide what's most resonating for you. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself to choose the right thing, and align. Just kind of like choose what aligns with you at this moment. Don't be so worried about what's going to align with you in 5 years or 10 years. Um, because there's needs to be fluidity if you really want to experience this, the joy of what this is. You have to have some flexibility and allow yourself to just move, okay, to go where you feel moved. All right. Also, okay, so with the crown on fire, there's also someone in authority that is under fire. Okay, someone in authority that is under fire, like something's coming down on their head. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Something's coming down on their head, or their head is punishing them. Okay, their ori is setting them right or setting them straight, taking them through some type of tumultuous situation, right, to correct the ori, to reveal to them that they have actually. Okay, so there is an energy here of a person who was walking a path, um and committed honestly to that path, but it feels as though I'm hearing cognitive dissonance, and I'm hearing bypassing. So it looks like in order to, okay, I'm hearing that there is an energy of ignoring your own process, or thinking that you are further ahead than you really are. Okay, and I don't need to say that to dismay anybody, but it's an ego game. Okay, to make us feel like where we are is the top. Okay. All right. So I was just led to go to this poem that I wrote a while ago, and the poem specifically talks about I guess illusions behind the path that you set out on. And it's not the path that you specifically chose. You moved into something, or you or whoever is here, about whoever we're talking about, moved into something based on a promise. And that promise could have been anything: fame, it could have been fortune, it could have been just anything. But this person moved into this thing because of some type of promise. I'm trying to find this poem, y'all. So okay, where you at? Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna read it and then we can go over it. It says, okay, so it just highlighted the word golden strand. So for somebody, remember how I was saying there was like this strand. Look at that golden strand. So what's the golden strand? The golden ray, the gold ray, the gold ray. Okay, so we'll look into the gold ray here in just a moment, because there's multiple rays of consciousness. And so somebody is tapping into the golden ray of consciousness. I have to put that down so I don't forget. Golden ray of consciousness. All right. So the poem goes: seduced, led into the palm of their hands by the way of a golden strand, then bound by your feet to their hearts of mayhem, reduced. Your rise above them all was the beckoning call for those focused on your defeat, main players in your downfall, induced. Used your addictions as a noose, haunting you with legion loosed, swimming in deceit, so their egos get a boost, transduce. Just open your eyes and the truth can be seen, no longer aloof, thanks to the angels on your team. So golden strands. Okay, so whether this is in the physical reality or whether this is higher levels of principality, maybe in the spirit realm, somebody in this situation was misled by promise of notoriety, fame, fortune, status, whatever the case may be. You were misled, or this person that's in your environment. Come, remember, y'all, I say it like that, and a lot of times I'm going to say you. I just need y'all to know that, because anything that's in your environment truly is a reflection of you, and it's affecting you. But I'm always going to say you, and I'm going to try to correct myself when I can, but whatever. So the poem is really about deceit. It's really about illusion and delusion. Okay, it's about you attaching to things that serve you um, in a low energetic space. Remember, they serve to fill some kind of need that you have, some type of lack that you have, right? So people promise you, they say, hey, if you come over here to this, we can give you this, and this, right? You'll never worry again. I just heard victory over obstacles. Okay, so that's something like, okay, so it's like when you go to these tarot readings and they're telling you, oh, something amazing is about to happen for you. And here you are for weeks and weeks and months sitting there like, where's my something amazing? All right, because when you clicked on that reading, all you listened to was something amazing, but the advice and the guidance for how to develop yourself and align yourself with that something amazing, you didn't listen to. So what happened was you were only taking the words of man or whoever these people are, or these entities or beings or principalities. You were only taking that and taking it as gold and moving with it, because the promise of whatever they were giving was more pleasurable or more easy to focus on than the healing and the progression work that you needed to do internally. Okay, so it says led into the palm of their hands by the way of a golden strand. And in this way, I feel like they're saying that someone told you that they were going to offer you, of course, gold, right? Money, but they were going to offer you um higher levels of consciousness through whatever this is they were offering. Okay, they were going to offer you kind of like access to the unknown and things like that, is what it feels like. But it says that basically you were led into the palm of your hand. So from the very beginning of something, there was an agenda. So whatever you think, if you think that you stepped into something on your own calling or because you felt led to it, it's not true. You know, it's not true that you just decided that's what you were going to do. No, it was intentional. That you believe whatever you were given to believe. It was intentional, and you were chosen by this group of people, maybe, or these principalities, whatever they may be. But you were chosen to be a pawn in a situation. Okay, to be a pawn in a situation, to have your energy or your resources drawn upon so that they could accomplish something. Now then it goes on and it says, then bound by your feet to their hearts of mayhem. Okay, so that says that whatever they were leading you to, the intention from the very beginning. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Yes, it says from the very beginning, these people had the agenda to get you like in a compromising position, to get you where they want you, into the palm of their hands, right? So whatever was promised from the very beginning, I don't care if it's 20 years you've been doing it, it doesn't matter. I'm picking up that from the very beginning, that was the plan, to attach you to some chaos or drama or negativity, okay? And then it says reduced. Remember, so in order to be reduced, you have to be a fuller version, right? So if you're a fuller version and they sought to reduce you, then that lets me know that that was based on what they saw for you in your future, or what they knew of you, what you had access to, right? Okay, so this could mean that if you are someone, and you have to be honest with yourself, because you're the only one who's going to be able to counter this. And the only way you can counter it is by being honest with yourself about kind of like your own motives, how you were pulled into the trap. All of these things have to be addressed in order for you to come out of it. Okay. Um, Now, I am hearing that for some of you, this is tarot. Very specifically, I saw tarot cards. So for some of you, this is tarot. Okay. I went through my own personal journey with tarot. I still work with tarot, but I would be remiss not to say that in the very beginning, my motives for using tarot was literally just to spy on my boyfriend, to know what was going on, to know why I didn't have his attention, to know, and I didn't look for tarot. Tarot found me. Okay. And I was really good at it from the very beginning. Right. So anyway, but the thing is, they gave me that tool, or that tool came to me with the promise of being able to know what was going on, with the promise of never being hurt again, with the promise of seeing the future so that I could avert situations and control outcomes. All right. So that's how it was presented to me. And I took it just like many of us take it. Okay. For me, it wasn't really, in the very beginning, it wasn't an acknowledgement of spiritual gifts or anything like that. It was just, I was what's the word? I was desperate. I was desperate for answers and closure, healing. I was just desperate. So there I was, in the palm of the hands of all the tarot readers with whatever messages they had to throw my way. Okay. So anyway, reduced. Reduced means that, of course, there's some leveling down or some decreasing of your status, your situation, your resources, your energy that is taking place, and it was planned. It says your rise above them all was the beckoning call. Okay, remember. So I said they must have seen you doing something or progressing in some way, and then it put out a beacon. No, 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 no. She's doing great, or he's doing great. Or hey, he just got a inheritance, or hey, she just bought a new building, or hey, she just got this new connection, she just met this person, the celebrity. So there is something here about you taking a step ahead or a step forward in your life, and that being like this kind of like call to all the people who at some point probably thought that they wanted the best for you, but something triggered them when you started to rise in a certain way. So it says your rise above them all was the beckoning call for those focused on your defeat, main players in your downfall. Okay. And so that's saying that, okay, for those focused on your defeat, main players in your downfall. Okay. So this is speaking to me now. It's saying that you know the people, you've seen them, you're watching them fall, you're watching the things that they have going on, and you're watching their actions. It's been revealed who these people are. You may still be a little confused about, why, but I'm here to say that why is just that you were ascending. Your light was brightening. You're not better than or above anybody, but it's just saying that you were doing the work to rise above. You were healing yourself. Your glow was different. You were manifesting things. And that was some type of kind of trigger for someone or a group of someone's. All right. So sunflower. See, sunflower. It says that you were really bright and shining. You were producing, and the sunlight was on you. You were embodying sunlight. Okay. And so then that caused other people to kind of look and feel some kind of way. And the sunflower also always takes me back to the Queen of Wands, because if you look at the traditional Rider-Waite version, she has sunflower and lions, all that fire energy there, right? Okay, so induced means to start something or to jumpstart something, right? You induce it. You intentionally begin the process of something, or you take into your own hands the initiation of that process. There you go, induced. So a lot of stress, anxiety, fear, even just like other turmoil and stuff that started taking place in your life. I feel like this is kind of like a span of like 5 years, 5 years. It's a span of time that you can noticeably pinpoint you were going through particular trauma or drama. Okay. It was intentionally induced. Okay, so there was something here. If we're talking about spiritual attachments and entities or principalities, then there was an addiction that you had, and that you continued. It could have been a heartbreak that you had, even, because addictions in this poem is really reading more than just like substance abuse. it's saying that's something that you have been dealing with for some time. So, like for instance, if you feel like people don't support you, then they use their support. People use their support to draw you in, to magnetize you to them, to I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for, but to coerce you, okay? To coerce you a certain way. Use your addictions as a noose, haunting you with legion loosed. Okay. So your addictions, that's your demons, things that you're attached to, things that have hurt you, things you're still holding on to, things that you're bound by. They used that. They used your own demons. They probably sent some other ones too, but they use your own demons to tie you up into this situation, meaning that they would have pretended that they accepted some of those things, especially if there were kind of deeper, darker things. Hey guys, thank you guys so much for being here. So if you were attached or if you shared some deeper, darker things, right, then those things were used to I guess I'm hearing blackmail, manipulate you in any kind of way. Honestly, this is like I saw a movie. I can't remember what it was, but basically, this entity would find out what people were afraid of, and then they would literally haunt them with that thing. Okay, so that's something that's going on here. That where whatever this fear is, whatever these darker things are, because it could have been your own secrets as well, they were used to trap you, to put you into a corner somehow. Okay. All right. Haunting you with legions loosed. He showed me the eye of providence, and now it's burned on me, and I'm trying to figure it out. Look up the number 212. I just saw the number 212. I don't know what it is, but just try to look it up and see what that means for you. Um, so this says swimming in deceit, so their egos get a boost, right? Again, any feelings of inadequacy, all of that was fed upon and preyed upon, and it could have been replicated or created intentionally in your environments, meaning that like isolation magic or discord spells and things like that that make it hard for people to connect with you. There's also this other thing I heard about where they put like an eggshell around you or some type of hard shell around you energetically, so that people are it's hard for people to get in, or it's hard for you to connect with people, so that they are basically repelled from you pretty much. So that's kind of what I'm feeling like. Swimming in deceit, so their egos get a boost. Transduce. So this is where you make that shift, and you have the choice to make that shift. It says just open your eyes and the truth can be seen, no longer aloof, thanks to the angels on your team. Okay, so this is telling me that, I mean, it's saying that how this can shift is that you take back control. Okay, you acknowledge the truth of the situation, which is I stepped myself into a manipulative community, environment, group, energy field, whatever. I stepped myself into this place, and you have to forgive yourself for that, and then proceed to grab the lessons and leave. Get the heck out of there. Grab the lessons and go. Okay, because I'm going to tell you something. Whatever this is actually reversed on them already. So if you don't detach yourself, then you are going to experience what you've already experienced from their hands again via association. All right. So this is saying that you have to do your job of acknowledging what this is and what has taken place. It's hard sometimes because these are trusted agents. I feel like trusted agents, people in power and control that you should be able to trust. Okay. I say power and control, but there are also people who you have known for a long time, or people who you just trust in general, right? And they're abusing your trust. Okay. All right. So no longer aloof, thanks to the angels on your team. There are people around you who can give you insight, who are giving you insight. There's also beings. My hair is all doing all crazy stuff right now. There's also other beings, angel guides, that are all working with you right now, and they just need you to accept the truth. Accept the truth, okay, and move forward. All right. So, golden ray of consciousness. I said I was going to look that up because I feel like gold is the alchemical process. So this is saying you could be working with a lot more alchemy, turning. It's Christ. It's Christ. It's Christ. It's Christ. I should have known that. Okay. And then we go, she says, showed me the eye of providence, and now it's burned on me. I'm trying to figure it out. And then when I search the golden ray of Christ consciousness, it says 12 keepers of the eye. 12 keepers of the eye. So for some reason, that's giving me like an esoteric meaning of the zodiac. Okay, so I'm gonna unfold that on my own. I need to write it down. Definitely giving me like, oh, this is another meaning of what the zodiac wheel is. And of course, where's my pen? All right, so 12 keepers of the eye. Yeah, of perception, of insight, 12 keepers. So the zodiac, that makes sense because the zodiac is 12 stages of enlightenment. It's 12 chapters, right, of enlightenment. Okay, so let's just read kind of what this says here. Okay, so this is you connecting. Remember I said there was a group. There was a group of beings, deities that was at your disposal. And this says that the Ashtar command is actually one of the, it's kind of like a branch of the Galactic Federation, I guess you could call it, a level of the Galactic Federation. But it says it's the airborne division of the Great Brother Sisterhood of Light under the administrative direction of Office of Christ Michael and the spiritual guidance of Christ, Holy Mary Magdalene, Commanders in Chief, that we know here as Jesus, the Christ, and Mary Magdalene. Okay, so wow. So, okay, so we talked about that golden strand. That means that somebody is getting light codes. Somebody's been activated into Christ consciousness. That means you have whatever you just came through or whatever you're in right now is your kind of like, I wouldn't even call it a test, but it's kind of like it's your ladder. It's your ladder to ascension. It's like how you handle this situation. And if you go ahead and detach, because, okay, that's what I'm hearing. These entities have placed implants into you. Okay. You've been poisoned. So when you spit out the poison, you'll be receptive to this light code activation of DNA or DNA. Okay. DNA upgrade. Okay, so somebody's getting DNA upgrades. All right. Okay, I'm hearing Orion. So you're getting DNA upgrades from past lives. You're getting DNA upgrades from your galactic team. Okay, your galactic heritage is reawakening in you, and some of you may be tied to Orion. And I channel through poetry, so if you guys don't enjoy this, then come on now. So this says Orion. When I came here from Orion, I served in the court of Isis, here to change the earth's vibration, bring it back to life. Osiris, past life, present gifts, unlock the mystery of the glyphs. I think it says. So this is telling me that someone is getting these upgrades. Someone is having past life memories coming back to them, past life gifts awakening. So this ties me to ancient Egypt. Well, that channeling specifically about Orion was about ancient Egypt and some. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There was people who actually were magicians and servants to Isis and her court. So there's something, well, Isis was a magician. So there was other people who worked under her, okay, or worked with her. And you were one of those people who did that, who carry that wisdom, carry that knowledge. So it's awakening, it's reawakening. That's why I saw that color amber, because I mean I'm seeing wheat now. I'm seeing abundance of saltis now. I'm seeing the pyramid. So I'm seeing a lot of that amber brown sand color of the desert. So definitely, if you've been feeling connected to ancient Egypt, that's a connection for you. And it actually, once you dive into it more, it'll take you back to your star origins. But because ancient Egypt ties to Sirius, Orion. Um, um, there's another one that starts with an M, Mintaka, something like that. That is also has some significance to ancient Egypt. All right, so contact. All right, so I feel like that's that. I feel like too. Going back to the 3D expression of this, where you are, I guess under fire by people in power or something like that. You have to cease contact. You have to go ahead and release that. I feel like that's going to be really difficult for you because you have created a whole persona, um, or sense of being from that connection, or Mintaka. Yeah, okay, Mintaka. I've never directly seen it connected to ancient Egypt, but it came up, so I'm going to trust that um, for someone out there. Contact. So you have to sever contact so that you can fully embrace the new contacts in spirit. 3D attachments have to be released so that you can invite more higher level contacts, higher level or higher vibration. Okay, so I'm also hearing that some of you need to you need to give gratitude to your old angel guides, ancestors, whoever's been working with you, protecting you through a lot of this. Some of them won't be needed as you move forward and as you progress. So they're saying that I'm hearing that I guess they want a formal goodbye. I guess that's what I'm hearing. They want you to acknowledge that you've come out of that place where you needed them so deeply, and give gratitude and send them on their way so that they can go. Okay. Okay. So Reiki is what I'm picking up on, because that's where I actually learned about spirit guide attachment. So that's coming up for me. It's saying that maybe that can support you. There's a specific meditation that Reiki practitioners can take you through that will help you to detach from benevolence, energies that you don't need anymore. Okay, so that you can invite in. Okay, so they're telling me to explain it. So at the different levels of ascension, if we want to just do dimensions like third, fourth, fifth dimension, we can do that. But as you go through higher dimensions, you have spirit guides that cannot go up there with you. Okay, they don't have the authority to go with you. But if you remain attached to them, you can also not go. So you'll be tethered, so you're connecting higher up and you're connecting lower, and so there's kind of this standstill or stagnancy that you experience until you go ahead and let go of the lower vibrational assistance and accept the higher vibrational existence. Some of you are afraid that if you release that grounding energy or that foundational energy, that you will be kind of like, I'm hearing the word possessed or swept up, and kind of like that you'll get lost in the whatever astral energies, the higher vibrational energies. It's like you feel like you'll get lost, right? Um, Information for booking a reading is in my description box, but you can easily just go to www.IyandaSiraj.com and book a reading there. So yeah, I feel like I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I'm picking up on. Colors. Blue is going to be a very significant color for anybody who feels like they are Any messages for me? Um, Anybody who, okay, give me a second and I'll see if anything comes through. But any attachments, oh sorry, any blues, rays of blue, rainbows of blue is what I'm hearing. Rainbows of blue. Pay attention to the blues. And every time you see blue, draw that energy into you. When you see, when it comes to your attention that there is some blue, then draw that energy into your field. Okay, draw that energy into your field, because I feel like it's going to help you with developing. I hear declares. It's going to help you develop psychic sight. I guess, yeah. So it's going to help you connect in that way. Yeah, make contact. I feel like the blue is really helping someone connect with, oh, lapis lazuli. That's why, the blue stone. Okay, so lapis lazuli has that tie to Orion, has that tie to Sirius, has that tie to ancient Egypt. So maybe if you're in need of some elemental support, you can, oh yeah, that deep water. Yep. Mm-hmm. 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 And see, with Yemaya, that means that you've dug down to the deepest recesses of your being, or you've been called down there. You've been called to dive deep. Okay. Um, and I'm seeing an anchor. So yeah, there's a tether. There's a tether. Um, that's not supportive. So that's why you're diving deep, so you can pull that, you can kind of free yourself from that anchor. All right. So, oh, I'm also hearing too that somebody is feeling more anchored. So you're feeling more anchored, more secure, more stable. And I think that that's allowing your channels to be more open and more pure. It said, when evil strikes in the dark of night, I will still be the light. I'm just leaving that with y'all. Okay. So for this 773, all right. So I'm picking up here heart chakra energy. What is it? What did you just say up here? Okay, so I'm picking up on heart chakra energy. It's saying that if you have come to more balance in the heart chakra, but it's saying that if you give a little more energy to it, you will experience your own capacity. You will experience first your own capacity to love beyond, and then you will then experience being loved beyond. Okay. Okay. That's it. That's all I have. All right. Return of Spirit is on the bottom of the deck. Okay, that's the wing of Isis. Wings of Isis. I see it in the card. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I see it. I also see Shiva, the deity Shiva, in this card, in the image. I'm also seeing a peacock too, but it's not a blue and green peacock. It's these colors. It's peacock in these colors. I have a comforter upstairs and it has a peacock that's red and yellow. I'm definitely feeling this regal energy from that. So return of spirit is telling me that you may be having a return of confidence, a return of self even. Okay, I'm hearing about walk-ins. When I said return of self, I just heard walk-in. So if you know what a walk-in is and you know that that's been your experience, then you are coming back to yourself. That walk-in is done with you now. They're moving on. And that could have been that energy of that needed to be released, that lower vibrational entity or whatever. And it's not an evil entity. It's just that it was helping you through some lower vibrational stuff. Okay. Sorry. But but in essence, I'm hearing that you, I hope you received that message because it's gone out of my mind. All right. Isis. Another thing that Isis is good at helping with is reclamation of your soul, reclaiming soul fragments, calling back. Remember, in her story, she had to go hunt for all of the pieces of Osiris that Set had scattered across the lands. She had to go collect each piece and then bring them back and alchemize. I said that in the beginning. And alchemize, imbuing him with some of her energy as well, to bring him back to life, so to continue his bloodline. So this is what you're having here. You are calling back your spirit. You are calling back those fragments of your soul. You are recovering. That's what also Yemoya is helping you with if you are in alignment with that energy. Calling back your soul retrieval. That's the word. Soul retrieval, retrieving your soul. I'm also hearing too, dark night of the soul. So if that's something that you resonate, if you feel like maybe like you're on a twin flame journey, y'all see how I lean back because yeah. If you feel like you're on a twin flame journey, that journey of self-discovery, and then having self reflected back to you once you have mastered it, then that might be a message for you, that you are coming out of the dark night of the soul, that you have recovered what you needed to recover, and that you can now move on. Because I'm hearing the dark night of the soul could be that entity or that principality, or that's how you view it, at least that dark time in your life. So it's saying that if you can go ahead and release that, move out of it, because you've done what you needed to do, you've gathered what you needed to gather. I'm hearing the Toby lyric, you can't get your gift from God with both your hands are full, or something like that. He says, I know it's not his term, but I like the way he says it in his song. Um, so it's talking about being in position to receive, and when you are still holding on to the process that you came through, then you can't really receive the reward for what you came through. If you're still holding on to the process by which you came to deserve or align with the reward, then you can't receive the reward. You're just standing there still playing over what you went through to get to where you are. They're ready to take you somewhere else, but you have to stop thinking about that. You have to stop thinking about that. For myself, that was a very difficult breakup. That was the catalyst for my spiritual journey to deepen. And because for so long I felt like he was my twin flame, that's why I leaned back while ago, y'all. Now I'm not worried about whether he is my twin flame or not at this point. If he is brought back around to me, then cool. But whatever, right? Because I've already gotten the gift. And that's what I mean. See, I've already gotten the gift of growth, development, finding myself, learning God, knowing God. Okay. And so now that I've come to that place, whether that person comes back or not doesn't matter, because I'm in alignment with abundance, with love, with unconditional love. So I know it's coming from me. So whether it comes from that person or a new person, a new project, whatever. I had a new baby last year. So I feel like also that could have also been, all my soul really needed, right? The gift. Okay, so that's a good example to use for you guys. My personal experience. I was dealing with a lot of grief and loss because in 2012, my 4-year-old son passed away. Right, I was stationed in Germany. I was on active duty. I was on active duty Air Force in Germany, and I was there with myself and my two children. We had a nanny, whatever. And so one day we were at the pool. This was just a few weeks before he was going to turn 4. And I'm sorry, just a few weeks before he was going to start preschool. And he drowned. We had a drowning accident, and he jumped into the pool, and I was able to get him out of the water, but he didn't make it. He went ahead and transitioned. Okay, so from 2012 until 2018, I was, rightfully so, dealing with grief very heavily. Loss. It's like I was literally at a place where like one more loss was going to take me out. Like I didn't think I was going to be able to. I didn't think I was going to be able to make it through anything else. Y'all, I have to take this off my head. I didn't think I was going to be able to make it through anything else. If another person walked away, I thought I was just going to lose my mind. Okay, so I do have to cover this though. I wasn't able to let go of relationships. I wasn't able to let go of toxic family members. It was hard. It was hard. Every aspect of my life became hard because I was still grieving so much, right? In 2000, I want to say in the beginning of 2019, my granny, my paternal grandmother, passed away, and it was like a sequence of events. Both of my paternal grandmother, my paternal aunt, my maternal grandmother, and my youngest brother all passed away within that year. And I was given a new relationship with death. Okay. I was birthed into a new relationship with death. But I say all of that to say that I definitely wanted another child. I was hoping to get into a relationship, a connection, and I was moving those relationships in a way that I could go ahead and get to the place where we could bring new life into the world. Does that make sense? My grief was causing me to rush, to settle, to look past things just in an effort to try to bring new life. Okay. All of that needed to be healed. It needed to be released. I needed to let it go. And just a moment that I came to terms with death. Okay. And the losing of people. I became pregnant. And my daughter came through. So, there's something there. I feel like this could be very personal and emotional to you, or it could be something that's a little more environmental, but either way, it's letting it go so that something new can come through. I am wondering if that's the end of our channeling. I'm going to give this 3 shuffles. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that's it. All right. That's it. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm going to be attempting to get on here every day to get these things out because, quite frankly, I be feeling psychotic sometimes with some of the stuff that just sits in my brain, the storylines that sit in my conscious. And I'm always afraid that I'm just going to share this with you guys so that you guys know why I don't get on and share more. I'm always afraid that I am being tampered with, and that the messages that I am going to speak will cause harm. That's usually where I end up being. I don't want to cause harm, confusion, delusion for anybody who comes to view anything that I put out. Okay. And so a lot of times I'm hesitant about those messages. That's healed. That's healing coming out of it. So obviously, because I'm here just giving you guys raw messages now, and trusting that, thank you, Lauren, trusting that clarity comes from it, and that, that's that. So again, hey, thank you guys so much. If you are new, hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you here and share a space with you more often. Now that I have a new laptop, I can live stream with you guys, and we about to be in this thing. We about to be in there. So peace and have a good day.